UFC 277 main event, Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes 2 in the rematch, because Juliana Pena won the first fight. Now, going into the first fight, it was a real post-fight. Leading into this fight, that Amanda said she was dealing with a knee injury, she couldn't train because she had to cancel the previous fight between them two due to COVID relations and things linked to COVID. She couldn't breathe, she was coughing all camp, and apparently her wife fiance said she wasn't looking good in the training, she told her, and then the head coach still green light the first fight, and then she wound up losing. So in a lot of lead up to this, that's what Amanda Nunes said, she was injured, she wasn't herself going into the fight. Obviously, if you're someone who's looking at her, you're probably thinking, oh, she's talking, she's gassing, she's lying, she's making up excuses. And Juliana Pena in the fight, she looked good. She does only throw two punches, like left, right, but she's tough as hell. But in the fight, so Amanda said basically she's 100% going into the fight. She looked good. She looked physically good as well. She looked like she's been running and everything. Apparently she couldn't run in her last fight. So in the fight, it went to decision, 5 rounds. It was basically a 5-round masterclass by Amanda Nunes. I think the first or second round or third, she must have knocked down Juliana Pena like 4 times in the 1 round. It was like multiple knockdowns. If this was boxing, it would have been stopped already. But Amanda, for some reason, didn't follow up with the ground strikes. She just kept getting up. I must say, Juliana Pena is one of the toughest women I've ever seen. She can take punches, she can take hard punches from Amanda and just keep getting up. It's not usually you see this when someone usually loses, they're usually a champion and they lose their title. They usually lose the rematch. But as you can tell, what I just said is a 5-round routing by Amanda Nunes, who obviously became the 2-time double champ and became the bantamweight champion again. She looked dangerous, she looked sharp. The first 3 rounds she looked very sharp. She kept catching Juliana Pena coming in with a check hook, a few hooks coming in, kept catching her over the top. And I knew that was going to happen because in their stare down, I don't know if anyone picked up on it, but Amanda Nunes had her fist against her head in the stare down. I said to myself, she's going to be throwing the check hook and throwing some hooks because she likes, Juliana Pena likes to strike forward. She likes to go that. She's just like that, as Izzy and Dan Hooker showed. But I knew that Amanda would come with the hook. I knew she'd come with the hook, and that's what she's doing all night long. All night long, all night. Just like that song, All Night Long. All night long, she was doing that and hit that all night long. But in the later rounds, obviously, Amanda was getting tired, so she went to the takedown, went to the wrestling. Wrestling was there, judo throws were there, trips were there, and then she just did it smartly. She tried to finish her in the first 3 rounds. It didn't happen because she was too strong. She got a bit tired, so she went to the wrestling and then rolled up the last 2 rounds with the wrestling. That was a very, very smart game plan, and yeah, and new bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes, 2 times with champion. She's the GOAT, hands down. There's no competition, there's no argument. She's the GOAT. What next? So Juliana Pena probably should go and she could probably try and work her way back to Amanda. I'd probably say work your way back to Amanda and see if you can get another fight. I wouldn't go straight for the rematch because I don't think it's warranted. It was a routing for 5 rounds. We saw who's the better fighter. But I think Juliana Pena knows how to beat her, but it's not that easy on a full count. And when Amanda is fully trained. So I think what Amanda needs to go forward and learn from this is don't ever go into another match not fully trained, not fully healed, not with any injury. If you're like that again, just pull out of the fight until you're 100% or 80%, 85% good to go. Don't ever go with the condition that you was in before. So I think Pena should just go out to the drawing board, work her way back up for another title shot. I think it will be able to happen because then that will be the 3rd fight. I'd say if Juliana Pena loses that, then drop down and try and face Valentina Shevchenko. That's what I think should happen. As for Amanda, she's taking some time off, and then let's see who's there to fight. I think Amanda said she wants to defend her featherweight title next, so we'll see who they cook up. who can do that. I don't know if Juliana Pena wants to move up to 45 and then have a title defense there. I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll find some woman somewhere on the earth who can make 45. So we'll see what happens. But this night belongs to Amanda. She looked great. She looked awesome. First 3 rounds, she was on point. The second, I think it was the second and third round, she could not miss with those hooks. She knocked her down a few times. She would have followed up with a couple more strikes. Maybe on the third knockdown, she probably could have finished it. The ref would have just waved it off anyway. Congratulations to Juliana Pena. And I want to also say at the end of this video, the Derek Lewis stoppage was an early stoppage. I was quite disappointed because in Derek Lewis fight, he got knocked down, and when he went down, he was down on one arm, and then he got back up instantly, and then the ref stopped it. I think it was a bad stoppage. Stop stopping fights too early. Let him take a few more shots. Anyway, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and follow me on Instagram below. Take care.